City boy.
What's up,
We are not
everybody?
really here, Aizam. We are not really here. Why always me? What
Why
a kid
always
you have
me?
today. Why always
Why?
me?
Why always me?
Always me? Aizam, my man, it's good to have you back on board Thursday, 9 p.m. Same thing,
Yeah.
same thing. Every Thursday, we do this again and again and again. But then again, Aizam, today people might be wondering, how come it's a different setting? How come I don't see another guy, Mark Henry, sexual chocolate beside me? So for those of you guys who are watching us live right now, we've got a couple of guys already in town. Sit down, sit proper, sit tight, because tonight, Haizam, roller coaster ride. That's how we do it.
Yeah. So
USS style.
even though we are just two of us, 2 out of 4, but we still gotta bring the heat in the
We
kitchen,
are.
right?
We are. 2 or 4 ain't bad at all. So if you guys are missing this beautiful face of mine, okay, fret not. Fret not. He will be coming back. Okay. It depends very much on what time he finishes his current assignment. But once again, I promise you, hold on to my word, Joe will be with us. All right, Haizam. But it's all about Joe. It's not about Joe as usual. It's about the guests. It's about us. It's about football. We've got a couple of agendas right now to go through. The first one, just to tickle the taste bud of those people who are watching us right now, the main highlight, Haizam, Newcastle
Yeah.
United, the current predicament they are
Magpies.
in, the Magpies, the famous black and white. We're going to talk about the current predicament they are in. Of course, we only can do so by speaking about their manager, right, Hazam? The enigma
Yeah.
Steve Bruce is, and also we are going to take a look at the remaining fixtures, and also probably do a bit of projection on the possible point tally that they can accrue. See whether they can beat the drops for Newcastle. Okay, and the next one, the really interesting one, we are going to touch on the squad selector. My boy, our Instagram has never been so busy. Off the hook,
Really?
Everybody is coming in with their own brand of squad. Of course, the math does not add up. Somebody actually told me, hey, how come with all the combination and all the permutations that I actually tried out, I am always left with a penny. Like I mentioned, I'm a Malay guy. Do not mess
we
around with numbers. Okay, so forgive me for that.
we Malays don't work well with numbers and figures. We
Nah,
only
never, never. That's why when it comes to Toto, right, you have never seen a Malay guy's name plastered headline, Group 1, never. Because you give us numbers, you give us combination, we will flop it, we will cop out, okay?
This
And then
is
the next one, what's happening right after that is the tale of bad transfers. Curious case of Donny Van De Beek. Maybe you will have something to say. I know
this is interesting.
you're sharpening up
Of
your
course.
knife, you're keeping your claws right now, but you are going to bring all that heat against Donny Van De Beek, and also his alleged or his refuted mistreatment. And it will bring us to the next one, which is tale of bad transfers. I want all of us to chip in, and even those who are watching us live, I want them to give their own input. What do you say about bad transfers? Give us a couple of names for us to expand on the topic. I'm very sure we have a plenty. It's an endless list when it comes to bad transfers, right?
Yeah.
Then the last one, as usual, our curtain call is the Gameweek 29 review. I know some of you guys say, hey, Anori, this week we only have 4 matches for the Premier League. Does that mean that we only do 4? No. We are going to add in FA Cup as well. All right. So stay tuned. I'm going to play you the proper intro. It was missing last week from my archive, but now I have it. And right after this, we will bring our honorable guest. It's me, Haizam, Big Focus. See you in a bit.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.
There's no way that you make it. And maybe
Woo! Zam,
Let's get ready, man. Let's get ready to rumble.
if that intro does not hype you up, all right, then you're a dead man. You need Viagra in your life. That is such a hype train, Zam. If you are not hyped by that, I don't know what will. But Zam, before we introduce proper our first guest, when it comes to Newcastle, it's fair to say it's everybody's second favorite team, right, Zam? the famous black and white, the entertainers, in the 90s, they were firing all cylinders. If you don't watch your own team that you support, you probably watch Newcastle. It's entertainment galore. You will never fail on that aspect. What do you make of Newcastle? What are some of your fondest memories when it comes to Newcastle?
Oh man, if you remember the time when they played beautiful football, that's the era when we had Ginola,
Yeah,
we had
David
you know,
Ginola.
and I think the highlight was Philip Albe, Philip Albe's that volley,
That
for 5
volley.
against that volley.
Yes, that volley.
I think whoever watched that game, I mean all the
Uh-huh.
neutral footballers, we were all trying to
Yeah.
do that. We were
We
all
did.
trying to do.
Of course, we all
tried to
failed.
do,
Of course,
in
we
the
failed
field.
miserably. All right, but that's besides the question. So that is some of your fondest memory. And if there's one player, your all-time favorite Newcastle player, who will it be, Sam?
I have a soft spot for Shearer actually, man.
Alan Shearer.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, typical English footballer. It's the kind when when he went back to Newcastle.
Yep.
He's the team that he supported. He was
Uh-huh.
considered like the god of Newcastle.
Yeah, he is.
Even
Maybe he
even though
is.
and the thing is that he scores he scores goals. He's
For fun.
he scores goal for fun. He's
Yep.
not fancy. And his celebration has always been the simplest
Iconic.
celebration of all.
Iconic.
The iconic
Raise your right arm.
That's
That's
right.
it.
How can you stop that? How can you beat that?
Simplistic at its best, right? And
Yeah.
actually, somebody is trying to take a pot shot. I don't know whether to this channel or is it towards Newcastle. And then, no, when I asked the question, he mentioned, this is from Twitch, by the way. What was your fondest memory or when Alan Shearer relegated them? Maybe I will guess. I will guess would have something to say about it. So right now, let's get right stuck into things, Azam. We are going to introduce our Newcastle representative. He's been here before. It's his anniversary last year. About 1 year exactly, he appeared for us for Newcastle and he brought the whole Jin gang with him. Tonight he's alone, but I'm pretty sure many of his fans will actually flow in right after this. So we bring in deepest, biggest pleasure to introduce the Magpies. You guys might be wondering, hey, how come you sure or not? This guy is a Magpie fan. He's a Newcastle fan because this kid will not tell you so, but he has a good explanation, all right? Why he's clad in this kit. Bring on, Mr. Hyrule Shah.
Hey. Good to be back, guys. Good to be back.
Hyrule, what's this? Lion City. What happened? Whatever happened to loyalty?
So, like you said, I have
Uh-huh.
a very good explanation.
Okay, let's go.
I
Fire away.
am a supporter of local football.
Yeah.
So the S League season has just started,
Okay.
and with the privatization of Home United, which now becomes Alliance D Sailors, I feel this is the way to go to grow our local football scene.
Yeah.
And and I feel that now, since we can't go to the stadium to watch matches, right? The only way for us to support them is buy their merchandise. Anyway, this jersey cost me only $40.
True. Okay.
Yeah, so
Free.
I guess
Free marketing from Hyrule for Lion City Sailors.
it's
Not
on
that they
Shopee,
need one.
guys. It's on Shopee.
Not that they need one, but Hyrule is super generous. Okay. With that, I'll put on it. Hyrule, how have you been, man? How have you been coping? The last time we saw you was 1 year ago. What has changed for you right now?
Oh my gosh. Well, I am self-employed. I'm still struggling, in that sense.
Hustling.
Yes, yeah, I'm still hustling quite a bit over the
Okay.
past year or so. It's been crazy. It's not easy to go out and do all those things. So, but yeah, I'm getting by. Football has been a great escape for me. Ultimately, I'm a football fan first.
Okay.
So I try to watch as many games as I can.
Yep.
So basically, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm sleeping on the couch. It'll be
That makes the two of us. That makes the two of us. Okay, so there you go, Zam. You have a big fanatical fan when it comes to just football in general context, just not Newcastle United. So you got a guy, he's a complete football buff. So I think we're all in for a good ride. And before we do so, let's say hello to a couple of people who are now watching us. We've got Marwan Isaac says, ha ha ha, caveman. Of course, he's alluding to that picture just now. Okay, hopefully, Umaga will make his appearance. Okay, let's call him Umaga for today. And then we've got Nicholas Victor Anelka, same yo, just curious, long time no see. Mark Jose Gay Liao. he is right now on a big project for work, so he'll be back really, really soon. All right, so just hang on for a while. And then we've got Muhammad Rian. Hello, Muhammad Rian. He must have something to say. He's a Spurs fan. So we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Okay. Where can I find you guys on Twitch, buddy? You can find us on Napshot Studio as well. All right. See if you can actually do so from Twitch. But hey, if you're on YouTube, that will be better for us. And then also we've got Muhammad Faisal Jabbar. Hello, Napshot Nation, and great to see Hyrule once again. Have a blast, lads. All right. So if you remember, Hyrule, the last time you featured, Faisal Jabbar was part of the panel as well. Again, that was 1 year ago. Okay. So right now, those who are watching us live, I'm just going to go through this really, really swiftly. Just a bit of formalities, as usual. Before before we start our banter, before we start on all this charade, let's remind them what they need to do, especially if they are new. This is our social, guys. Napshot Studio. You can actually link up with us both on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and also on Twitch. Right now, there are 3 broadcasting platforms that we are on. Again, it's Facebook, Instagram, or rather Facebook, YouTube, and also Facebook. So all these 3. So subscribe to all of this. You get non-stop entertainment when it comes to football. Okay. So Zam, we'll go on to the first agenda. Yeah. Newcastle. But before we do that, you know, with us, right, Zam, we just don't cut the chase quite simply. We like to beat around the bush. We like to go around the circumference before we get to the real agenda. Let him cool down. Let Hyrule sink in. Let him bask into the atmosphere right now that we are in. Also for the fans, it's good. Let them come in slowly. Let's make it 3.5 million people watching us, because right now we are only on 2.8 million. So we need that 700,000 more. Okay, Hyrule, you got to be honest with me, right? You have to be really brutally center with me. When you saw this coming up, there you go. Anybody hungry for a pizza, Azam? Sunderland winning their first piece of silverware. Look at that dismay on Hyrule's face. Hyrule, come on, all right? Be brutally honest. You know my channel. You can go all French. Profanities is allowed. What was your immediate reaction when you see your sworn nemesis lifting up that famous pizza trophy?
They actually won something?
They did. Hello.
Honestly, I don't care much about them, but I am surprised they actually won something.
They did. And it's a delicious piece. It's a delicious trophy. You know, it came from Papa John's.
So, but they are actually not up to the EPL yet, right? They are still in League One, right? So, well, they have one more season to go, and the EPL is brutal. So, bring it on, Mackhams, bring it on.
And I remember, for those of them who are watching us, maybe they don't quite understand, you know, in terms of just the rivalry comprehension. What is it about Sunderland that you guys feel is completely irky? You know, it's almost an abomination to mention Newcastle and Sunderland in the same breath. What is it about Sunderland that you hate the most?
Of course, the local guys will never, ever understand the rivalry that the Geordies and the Mackhams have, because we are not there.
Yeah,
it goes way back, all the way to some Prince or King Charles or King Edward the second or the third, or
that's some historical shit, man.
You gotta
go all the way back.
I just had a chat with the Geordie the other day, so I wanted to get or immerse myself a little bit more, you know, just to find out exactly what happened. So it goes all the way back then. And then I guess it is a hereditary thing. It goes through generations and all those things. So when we start to support the team, especially when there's a larger community of the Geordies here in Singapore, everything rubs onto us.
Okay.
And that's where I guess the rivalry grows. Anyway, there's you don't find any Mackham here in Singapore.
Hey, no. This is where I gotta rebut, okay? So a couple of months back, I got this new car of mine, and then the car salesman is a Sunderland fan, and he's a local chap. And the reason why he supports Sunderland, it completely blew my mind. I thought that it's gonna be some really fairy tale story why he fell in love with Sunderland. It was because that he studied in Sunderland University, and he had two options, and also Hyrule. So first he went to your stadium, St. James Park, and he didn't like it. He found it too rowdy. See, that's not football. And then, and then he went to the better playground. He calls it the better playground, which is Sunderland, Stadium of Light. And then he could not stop yapping about Sunderland Till I Die Netflix series.
Bro, have you been to Newcastle St James's Park and
No,
the
I'm
stadium of
I'm
shit?
not.
I've been there, okay, not many times, but I've been there twice.
Okay.
I've visited the stadium twice.
Okay.
I've been to the stadium of shit, and it's shit, bro. It's shit, I tell you.
But
You are
wait, wait.
comparing a Ferrari and a Kampong.
Let's not name names, lah. Do not further implicate ourselves. But Harul, I mean, aesthetically, right? Looking at from the projection of TV, Stadium of Light does look like the better stadium aesthetically. Isn't that true?
Really?
I mean, on TV at least, as a neutral observer, don't you feel that?
Let's put it this way. I mean, this is something interesting. Something just brought my head because I mean, as you guys were talking, right? I realized that Sunderland is third in League One.
Yeah.
So the possibility of the derby in Championship.
I was about to say.
And don't forget, and I think Sunderland just got an investor, the British billionaire. So it's gonna be very interesting in how it's gonna be like. So the fortune can turn,
Yeah. No. And just going back to what Haizam made mention, right? I know right now you might be shuddering in fear. I was looking at the table. Look, Sunderland has a really strong possibility of getting promoted into the Championship. While the same cannot be said about your team, we can actually now rekindle probably next season. Of course, you don't want that to happen, but there is a strong possibility that the West Side Derby can be rekindled once again. Hairul, are you looking forward to it?
Please.
Hairul, I have a question.
Mm.
Okay, I think this is going to be tough for you. Okay, relegated, but the prospect of the the West Side Tyneside derby, or surviving relegation, and which one would you prefer? Would you prefer relegation? Yeah.
I would prefer to meet them in the EPL, of course. I mean, as a Newcastle fan, definitely I would not want my team to be relegated.
Yep.
So I'll gladly wait for another year if we stay up.
Okay, really good one, diplomatic. But Hairul, I'm about to start right now. And also, guys, if you have any sort of question for Newcastle and for Hairul, please push it our way. All right. And then Mohammad Riran just had to actually rub it in. Shash Fam Lamela won the NLD with his own goal. Okay. All right. Just leave it at that. You guys won. Sick goal. All right. But that was not worth the 3 points. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Newcastle, for giving us Gascoigne. And then, Kamil, Omar, hey, Hairul, why wear Lion City Sailors? Pakai lah baju Magpies. I've told him so. He didn't want to listen. But Hairul, on a scale of 10, right, when it comes to how fanatic you are, when it comes to Newcastle support, 10 being the best, where would you rate yourself?
Bro, 11.
11. Okay, Haizam? 11 is his score. Okay? So we are going to put him through this pit. All right? We're going to pit his wits against this the crusher of dreams. This is better than the lie detector machine. Because right now, this will test everybody's loyalty, allegiance, and also wit when it comes to their support. Zam, this is it. Hairul, this is tough, man. Many people blew this up. And then right after that, they don't appear for this channel anymore. Okay? So the mashup, guys, let's make this interesting, all right? I want people from, again, those people who are watching us to engage as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 different facial features from 4 different players right now, all being mashed up into one morbid looking guy. I don't want to be looking like that, but then again, Hairul, you've got a task to tackle this on. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Let's start off with number 1, Hairul.
Oh, this is the 2021 Newcastle squad, right?
Yes, it is. The current one.
That guy is Jonjo Shelvey, of course.
Jonjo Shelvey. And let's see if Jonjo Shelvey is indeed the answer. Let's see if that is indeed the answer. Yes, it is Jonjo Shelvey for number 1. Do you need the number 2 picture to be flashed up once again?
Yes.
Okay. Now he's feeling it. Now he's feeling the heat. Now he's feeling the heat. All right, there you go. For number 2.
Who's that guy who gave the assist during our last game to Lascelles.
Come on. Airul.
Salah siapa nama dia?
Do you think you know your squad well? Are you a true Newcastle fan? Zam, we've seen how Navin got it perfectly spot on last year. Or rather last episode, 4.4. Spurs fan.
Jacob Murphy, yes. Is it Murphy?
Jacob
Murphy. Number 2 is Murphy.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. That's not Murphy. You actually mentioned his name initially. It's Jamal Lascelles for number 2. And let's move on to the facial feature number 3.
Number 3. So it's so small,
Yeah, it's tough, man. No, the editor is having a field day doing this. It's tough. Even I don't know. Dude, don't hold it against me. It was not me who created this morbid.
I think I know who's number 3.
Okay, Zam, Hairul, don't tell me that Haizam or Messi knows better. Callum Wilson?
I think it's Callum Wilson.
It is Callum Wilson, guys. It is Callum Wilson.
I know you're safe.
He has a crooked nose a little bit lah.
A cricket nose. And the last one. Let's wrap this up right now. You are on 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 in bed, according to Meatloaf.
Is my favorite defender, Fabian Shah.
Fabian Shah. All right, let's see. Is Fabian Shah in dead? No, man. It's actually your favorite striker, Andy Carroll.
Right.
So 50% there, Azhar. It's okay lah, Azhar. Well, we give him that pass.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll give him a slight, pass. We'll give him a pass.
because if our memory serves us well, the guy who did Arsenal last week, he completely bottled it out. Choking syndrome. He got 1 out of 4. Okay, so let's not bring his name up because he's my good omen. Okay, so let's go on to the first one. Let's go to the first agenda, guys. Keep the comment coming. We will push this to Hairul. Don't worry, Hairul will be with us all the way through. Okay, so the first one, the agenda for today: the current predicament, Steve Bruce, the good and the bad, the ugly, remaining fixtures. The current predicament first. Hairul, let's go, man. At this current moment, you guys are really staring down the barrel, and the dreaded R word could probably materialize once again. And a club of your magnitude, of your size, you shouldn't be talking about the possibility of relegation. But then again, every season, there is always that strain of worry that this season might be the season that we finally go down the gallows. What do you make of the current predicament, Hairul? And when I ask you that question, is there somebody to be blamed for this? Again, we all understand the situation that did not again completely come to fruition, which is the takeover. That didn't happen, sadly. But I mean, where do you go as a Newcastle fan when it comes to the current predicament that you guys are in?
You see, for as long as I have supported the club, we've been through, or at least what my memory can serve me is, I've been through at least 2 relegations, right? 09 and 13, 14.
Yeah.
13, 14. This time has been the worst because it has divided the local fan base so much.
Okay.
You see, for me, I am a very objective guy, to be honest.
Yeah.
And when I look at the local fan base, the local supporters, it is so divided, it hurts. Really, it hurts. It's crazy, bros. There are 2 camps to it, right? You have anti-Bruce.
Okay.
And then you have one that I will not say pro Steve Bruce, but the group that is a little bit more forgiving.
Wow. And even in a local context right now, or this is just generally
I would say the local fan club is crazy right now. It's really so the deal with Bruce is that he used to manage Sunderland.
Yep, true.
That is the number 1 sticking point for him. At the point where he was tasked to take over, there were already opposition to it.
Okay.
So he never had a good start, and he'll never have a good ending. That much I can tell you.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Steve Bruce was a boyhood Newcastle fan.
Yeah,
I feel that he's going through the same predicament like Harry Redknapp did. Harry Redknapp managed Portsmouth and then he went to Southampton.
Great one.
Okay, is it saying that Steve Bruce is a bad manager as per se, or is it you guys are having the same case of like how United fans are divided with Ole and then having issues with the management? And I think for Newcastle, you guys have always had this battle with Mike Ashley.
Yeah.
So is it that divide like pro Bruce or anti Bruce, and is it there's the factor of Mike Ashley in the picture as well? If not, basically not interesting enough.
I think the issue of Mike Ashley is something that everyone can actually agree upon.
Okay.
But you got to look at it, if you ask me, you got to look at it a lot more objectively. You look at it maybe the past 3 seasons or so.
Yep.
Has he not supported the club? No, he has.
Yeah,
I will tell you, he has. He has put in some money to try and elevate the club in terms of ensuring we are equipped to at least finish mid-table.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Especially this season, he have brought in Wilson, that guy
Ryan Fraser,
and then the guy with the long locks, Jeff Hendricks, sorry.
Jeff Hendricks, from
so these are seasoned EPL players, but why are they not performing as to their potential, right? I mean, you look at Wilson, yes, he is your 15-20 goals striker season.
Bar the injury, Hydro. Bar the
injury. Correct. So again, are we going to blame Mike Ashley for whatever that's gone wrong this season? I don't think so. To be honest, I don't think so, if I'm looking at it objectively.
Okay.
So next, then it comes to Steve Bruce, right?
All right, there you go. Let's segue to the next one. This guy. Oh, not a good reading, man. If you're taking a look at what they have upcoming and you look at their current standing, it does not make for good reading. Mike this year, man. Steve Bruce. So before you go on Steve Bruce, I know the amount of love you have for Steve Bruce, because the last time we spoke to you about the potential takeover, you said that if there's one guy that should walk off the club once the whole takeover completes itself, is Steve Bruce.
Yep.
Okay, that obviously didn't happen. But you mentioned that you're an objective person, and so are we, right? This show, everything or anything goes. Steve Bruce had a good season. In fact, I don't know whether you would agree to this statement of mine. He kind of punched above his own weight. You guys didn't expect to finish where you did last season, okay? And now this season is back to factory setting. This is more familiar to you guys, Newcastle fans. Unfortunately, I don't mean no disrespect right here. You get what I mean, right? So right now with Steve Bruce, you mentioned that the laurels should fall on Steve Bruce. The buck should stop with Steve Bruce. But why is he still in the job? If it's that dire, if it's that bad, why is he still clinging on to a Premier League job? And you're talking about Newcastle, mind you.
You see, how Mike Ashley probably would want to run his club is really on a tight ship, right? He's a businessman. I've said it so many times, right? He's a businessman. Everything to him is about dollars and cents. Would any foreign manager that is up and coming, for example, do you think they want to work under a boss like him? To me, that is very unlikely. You see, like Chris Wilder, who is sadly let go just about a week or so, right? He brought in Ruin Brewster, hoping to enhance his striking options at what, £25 million?
Complete flop. Flop.
Exactly. So we got Wilson at 15, fair enough. But that is not a fair market value for a striker like him. So if you talk about an upcoming foreign manager who has good ideas, wants to implement the way that, whoever wants to play that kind, tiki-taka or possession football or whatever, you need a complete overhaul of the club. Now you look at the players in Newcastle United right now. Who would take them on a heartbeat?
I mean, don't you think you got enough talent out there? Namely people like Eddie Howe. Even Frank is out of job right now. You just mentioned Chris Wilder. I mean, Chris Wilder is something that's more of a recency act. But anyhow, right? There's always that the remote possibility that a manager, an exciting manager that is, to take on the project, a huge project like Newcastle. Don't you think that should happen right now?
Of course. But again, I feel with 10 games to go, how much can you actually do? Earlier on, Haizam was sharing about how Shearer relegated us in 09. He took on the job with 9 games to go.
Yeah, true.
True. And that's not fair on him. That's not fair on him.
That's not fair. That's not a fair judgment actually to look at it.
Exactly.
I mean, I think with the fact that when An says, like the potential manager, I mean, let's throw this on the lot. No, Benitez is available. Rafa is available.
But would he want to come back though? After what happened, he's completely traumatized, Azam.
I mean, the thing is that if you are talking about if you want to change the system, why not? Why not give him a go? I mean, like if you take someone, if you let go, Steve Bruce, and then get someone a new manager, he has 10 games to prove himself. It's just going to be Shearer all over again. No, like what Hairul said, there's no space for a new manager to actually put his work, put his style of football, and then whether Newcastle can do the ultimate escape within that for 10 games. I think it's going to be very difficult. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, and also it's going to be made harder because they are lacking the 12th man. When it comes to home territory, these boys, this lot right down here, they have one of the best support. Right, it's roaring up there, and they are lacking that element. So it's going to make it a mere impossible task, like Hyrule actually rightly mentioned. But Hyrule, let's go on to the first question for you. This is again from FJ. Bruce said, "I'm still convinced we'll be okay." I mean, Bruce should be on Cosby show, right? He says the darnest thing. I think Bruce should apply to be a host right now because whatever to Bill Cosby, we're not going to elaborate whatever to him. But he said that I'm still convinced we'll be okay. Do you think the players are convinced as well? Are we suggesting him losing the trust, the faith in the players? Are we suggesting any bit of a revolt?
I think the players are professional enough to know that this is their livelihood, and they are, or for that matter, they have to prove that they are Premier League level players. They are elite. So you see the whole 21-man squad, almost half or more than half of them are full internationals.
Yeah, they are.
Right? So whatever it is, they have got to do their job.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel that there are enough characters in the team to pull the team through for the next 10 games.
All right. So right now you are suggesting that it's no longer about the manager. This is about self-pride, playing for the badge, right, Hyrule?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's see. We've got another good one that we can actually pick out from this. We've got Victor C, Magpies, Miss, Demba Bar, and Papi Cisse. Those players of that caliber, that is what he's trying to insinuate right here. Do you think you guys sorely missing a striker? Because if you go by Joe Linton, man, you better. I think Haizam would do a better job up front. If you would,
when I look at the Newcastle team, right, the squad, right. I mean, on paper, they can put a fight. And I think
I agree.
Yeah, and I think I'm looking at Saint Maximin. Saint Maximin is it's a baller.
It's a baller.
I would say that he's this generation's Ginola for Newcastle.
True.
No, but the thing is that whether is Steve Bruce bringing the best out of him? That's the question that I think we need to ask. Whether is Steve Bruce bringing the best out of these players? Like Caleb Wilson, barring the injury, we cannot solely blame on the players not perform. But the thing is it the managers? Is it Bruce? Inability, or has he already kind of like reached the ceiling of his ability to actually get the best out of the players?
Yep, true. No, that's a good one. And I think that's the bane, right? The crux of all this complaint right now when it comes to Steve Bruce. Like Hyrule also mentioned, he has divided the camp like nothing else. So he said that one is completely anti-Bruce, another one not so pro-Bruce, but they are looking at the bigger picture, which is usually the management. And I kid you not, guys, I was reading this forum because I'm also in the Newcastle forum. Somehow or other, I got accepted in. And it was really vitriol, man. It's so intense, the backlash every single time, especially the last result against Brighton. that, Hyrule, I'm sorry, man, that could have probably thrown spanner in the works for you, because now it's a complete uphill task.
Villa.
Sorry, it was a Villa, the 1-1 against Villa. So right now it's all seemingly an uphill task for Bruce and his men. And right after the 1-1 draw, I was reading it. Boy, you don't want to be involved. You don't want to be caught between the crossfire, man, Haizam. The amount of the amount of vile that's in it.
I've not talked in the Facebook group for a year, bro.
and why are you avoiding? And why are you avoiding?
No, myself and a few others, we are managing conflicts. It is taking so much our time managing conflicts. So it's been crazy. It's been crazy, really.
And sometimes we complain about our clubs, right? Little did we know that just across the block, in Singapore, it's just a close proximity. Across the block, this guy here clad in black and white, they've got bigger crisis management to handle. That's crazy, boy. And then Ali Alexander always charmingly come in and ask all these nonsensical, really redundant, inconsequential questions. I have an important question. Do they sell ever-ready batteries at the Sunderland Stadium? I don't know. Do they do that? Not at all, quickly, also, what is the latest on change of ownership, Hyrule, right now?
Currently, I think the club is proceeding with legal proceedings against the Premier League. So these things will take time, and let's see what happens.
All right. And also, Said Faris, Newcastle United most supported club in England, and he came up with the chance. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. Harry Potter is coming for you. And also, every fan club right now, is probably divided. You're just gonna embrace the hate. Let's see. There you go. Another one, Cik Mukamil. Andy Carroll wages too much. So is Jolinton. Not gonna carousel these players. Andy Carroll, where do you stand on him right now? Why is he even playing? Why is he still even playing for Newcastle? That's the burning question.
Apparently, you needed the kind of cover that he provides in our strike force.
That towering figure. There you go. All right, Luis Felipe Scolari. If he's available, will the owner make an attempt to sign him?
No chance.
No chance. This guy got a perfect caliber rise up to take Newcastle from Championship Touchwood to Division 3 straight off. And then we got Nizam Kameez. ASM is good, but still a bit inconsistent. Only thing consistent is his annoying Gucci in
That's a trademark.
Nizam, whoever you are, man, you make sure that you are never spotted with a Gucci gear, okay? Never. So I don't know whether he's against Zam ASM or against Gucci. Maybe it's the combination of both. All right, so let's go to the next one, guys, quickly. Let's look at the past 10 matches. Let's do a bit of analysis on this. Aston Villa, you got Leeds United. Impressive win, right? You got Everton away. That was impressive. I watched the Southampton one, 3-2. You guys held on, down to 10 men. The draw, there was a bit of fight left in the team, so they came back for that. The West Brom one, that was a killer for me, right? The draw. That should have never happened. Look, it's not all doom and gloom, I guess. Hyrule?
Yeah, but if you look at our next 10 matches.
Okay. So but before we do that, before we skip past these last 10 matches, when you look at this, what was that one match that you felt personally like we could and we should have won this, and this could again be our own downfall? This could be the downfall.
I would say the Palace game.
And why is that so? If you can just quickly elaborate.
The game. We played really well. We attacked them quite a bit. But I think the second goal that we considered was somewhat against the run of play, and those things happen. But I feel that if we were to go down during this period of matches, that Palace game would be the turning point.
The Palace one. And was there another one that you felt like, look, the Wolves one? Right, it's such fine margin, right, Hyrule, between 1 and 3 points. You guys drew at home. What do you make of that Wolves draw? 1-1 at home.
The Wolves game is, to me, Wolves is a very good team.
Yeah, they are.
So I didn't have much expectations against that Wolves team. Of course, we know at the moment they can't score for nuts.
They can't, of course.
Yeah, they can't score for nuts, but we also can't score.
So that makes two nuts. Two nuts.
I expected a draw for that game. So
Oh, you did? Okay.
I'm not too upset about that. Of course, the West Brom one we should have won lah.
Okay, the West
But
Brom. And
again,
of course,
West Brom are also fighting for their lives. So these things happen.
And Hairul, let's talk about the highs as well. The win against Everton at Goodison.
Yeah.
And also the really valiant effort for you guys to actually hold on to that lead against Southampton when you guys were wrongfully dismissed to be down to 10 men. Talk to me about the highs, man. The 2 victories that you got from the last 10 matches.
The Everton game was excellent. It was probably the only time in the season we played as well as we did during the first game of the season against.
Took you that long.
Like 20 games later, then, hey,
20 games later, we are Newcastle United.
But I think Everton at that time they were also struggling.
Okay.
Calvert-Lewin just came back from injury.
Alright. So it wasn't the right time to play.
Wasn't around. Yeah.
Okay.
So they were there for the taking as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's the result.
It was okay. Of course, the Southampton one was good to take lah.
It was a gutsy performance, and my boy Joe Willock scored for you guys.
Yep.
What do you make of him? What do you make of him right now? You want to have him?
I will take him.
Let's go.
You can take my Jojo Shelby, who is supposed to be the link play. I will take your Joe Willock.
Wait. I know we've got a couple of Liverpool boys watching us, Aizam. Maybe we should transport Jojo Shelby back to them. Back to the original pod. Back to them, okay? Jojo Shelby back to Liverpool. Because they need a midfielder anyway to do the link-up play. Thiago is not working for them, right, Aizam? He slows down the play, they say. So let's go on to the next 10 matches. Ooh, some of them. Aizam, look at them.
You look at it, right? The thing is that for Newcastle, right? I think 50% of the games are the
against the top half.
Like the top half, like Spurs, Liverpool, Arsenal, City,
Leicester,
and then and the rest of the games, actually, I think the important part is that they have to win against the smaller teams. So they have to win in order for them to be safe.
And some even against the purported the smaller ones it's an arduous task. You look at Burnley. Hey, if you want to take them for a spin, then I don't know which club or which Premier League you have been watching, because this guy, are not your normal regular whipping boys. Ask Arsenal, we drew with them. Okay, it's really tough. It's really tough, and they have gotten victories. At places like at the Emirates, even at Liverpool, and playing them at the Turf Moor when they are also fighting for their own dear life. It's not really a beautiful proposal, though, if you are also fighting to stay alive. And then you look at teams like West Ham. Man, do you really want to play West Ham right now? You wouldn't want to, right? You want to escape them in a heartbeat. And you look at the last game, Hairul. It could jolly well go down to the wire.
Yeah,
the game against Fulham. The game against Fulham, because Fulham is on the up. They can buy a win as well. They are the draw specialists. Right, they have a whole art gallery there in Craven Cottage. Every week is a draw. That could go down to the wire. I know, looking at this, I'm very sure it does not inspire you with much confidence, buddy. What do you make of the last 10 matches? Death nail in the coffin.
We have 28 points right now.
Okay.
We need 10. So where do our 10 come from, right?
Okay, let's go. You project. It
must come from our last 2 games of the season. Okay. Sheffield and Fulham is a must-win for us.
Okay, so that's 6. Okay.
I would want us to win against Brighton, but we were talking about it. Apparently, we've never won Brighton for the past 6 or 7 games or so.
Wait, just at the Amex or just home and away?
Throughout. If I'm not wrong. Yeah, the past 6, 7 games, I think we've
historically there's a challenge.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, we've not won Brighton. But again, if you look at the fixtures in totality, we must get 10 points, right? So
you have to.
Games are definitely must wins, and I will take a draw against Burnley at home. Burnley.
You know what he did? He conveniently skipped every of the top teams. He skipped West Ham, Liverpool. Not having that. Arsenal, not today. Not today.
Not even West Ham, bro. Not even.
I know that's already said. He's an objective Newcastle fan.
Okay.
He knows realistically which are the games that Newcastle can take the points.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. And also, I want to pose this to those people who are watching us live right now. Do you think Newcastle can actually beat the drop? Because right now I was looking at some of the odds. The bookmaker has actually made Zam and also Hyrule Newcastle United the favorite to actually go down. They are right now the favorites, and this is just based on the last 10 matches, the run in that they have. So I want to hear from you guys right now who are watching us live. Do you think Newcastle United can actually beat the drop? Because they are not in the relegation zone right now, mind you, they are not in, but it's a quicksand. They are quickly getting sucked into the mire. And let's go with another one. I just want to be cheeky with this, Hyrule. You look at your game against Man City, right?
Mm.
That is your third last match.
Mm.
Okay? By then, you
They
look
would
at
have
the abang.
won.
You look at the abang there.
Goodbye.
Come
Why,
on,
you were
Aizam.
like 17-point lead or something, right?
Come on,
Ah.
Aizam. By then, your Premier League trophy is already wrapped in gold, man. It's there already. Can't you spare a thought for your brother?
And like I said, I had a talk with my cousin. No, the thing is that he
Okay.
says that the EPL is the interesting part is always be the top and the bottom. The
Okay.
relegation battle will be interesting, and I mean I'm looking at the table, right?
Yep.
Like if by a freak nature, right, Newcastle may survive the drop, and you may see Southampton or even Wolves getting relegated because based on form.
Wow.
That can happen. The thing is that, like what I said, I think it comes back to the earlier conversation that are the players really don't to pull up their socks
Okay.
and fight for the 10 points or even go for the max points.
Okay.
That's the challenge. But like I said, the thing is that if you're talking about the game against City, Newcastle may pull a win because like what you guys say, City may have already wrapped up the title and then just go
Yeah,
cruise
on the
control.
beach,
Yeah,
proverbially.
and
Yeah,
then,
on the beach.
and then okay lah, like we lose. Okay lah, lose lah, like.
Hey,
What?
actions, yeah. No action, huh? This is not a smack of arrogance, huh? Azam, just want to make sure, not a smack of arrogance,
No.
huh?
I'm still one game at a time. Saves
What a
lah.
game at a time. Also, we got Nizam coming saying that still think Newcastle will put through best team on paper among the bottom few, just need a stroke of luck. Zam, what do you make of their current situation when it comes to them beating the drop? Of course, I want to place a little caveat here. They are not yet in the relegation zone. They are not.
They are
They are
not.
not.
The thing
They are
is
not.
that because you see, the thing is that if you look at the bottom half, that basically that bottom of the table, right?
Yeah.
Newcastle is considered the giants, historically the giants of the league.
Yep.
And to see them go down, of course, the focus will be on them. I'm not saying that no one cares about Sheffield United, no one cares about West Brom. But the thing is that if you look at the table, the bottom
Yeah,
three.
let me do this, right? So we got this visual aid right now, so we can add a bit of context into what we are talking about.
So-
Go on, Zam. Go on.
Okay, so if you look at it, 26 points for Fulham. West Brom is 18 points. But then for Fulham to Southampton, it's what, 33 to 26. The difference is it's not much. Anything goes. You need 10 games.
Uh-huh.
Anyone can lose points. And Newcastle just need 10 points to mathematically be safe from the league. I mean, it's gonna be very, 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 very difficult. But I'm not gonna say I'm gonna say it's not impossible.
Could it be possibly? Could it be a case, guys, whereby Newcastle beat the drop only because the teams below them did not match up to expectation? It's by default.
Maybe.
Could it be that case whereby both of them are just doing the kamikaze? They are both sliding down. It's just a matter of who will actually slide down first, hardest. And you look at it's a coin toss, right, between Fulham and Newcastle right now. Even you can drag Brighton into the conversation as well. Could it be a case of whereby Newcastle just survived by the skin of their teeth, not because due to their own hard work, but because the teams around them decided to implode and explode? Could it be the case, Hyrule?
Yeah, I'm sure. I think if you're looking at this bottom five, okay lah, 1920 confirm will go down one already lah. So you look at Fulham, ourselves, and Brighton. Brighton, I feel that they may not have the right kind of quality that will pull them through, because they are actually working almost already on a full fit squad right now.
And they are still producing that kind of results.
Correct.
Okay.
At least for us, we've got quite a bit of injuries. I mean, our front three are all injured, you know. So hopefully, if and when the front three comes back, we should be able to score some points, lah.
And when right now is the projected return for Callum Wilson? Because it seems at this current moment, the whole hope of Newcastle United rests on his broad shoulders, right? If it's not him, it's no one else. Because like I mentioned again, you cannot rely on Joe Linton to put the ball past the net. Because Joe Linton can play on the left, he can play on the right, he can be right a whisker away from the goal, but he will never put it past the net.
Yep.
So when is the projected return of Callum Wilson?
So apparently he has started training.
Okay.
So if you talk about getting his match fitness back, projected also should be in and about April. So from what we have read, very likely he will be back just before the Liverpool game, I hope.
Okay.
Yeah.
And right now Liverpool, they are in the spirit of giving. So if there's one time that you guys can get any sort of point from Liverpool, this could be the season. And look, I'm not gonna have again the arrogant smirk, right? Because my team will still meet yours. And the last time we played against you guys, it was almost pedestrian, Hyrule. I'm not gonna be wise because of hindsight, because we beat you right after that. But if you guys turn up like how you did for the FA Cup, then it will really be a tall order for you to beat, for us rather to beat you guys at home. But the problem is you never know which Newcastle United will turn up for the day.
Exactly.
And that has always been your own undoing.
Yeah, that's why I think that exactly the reason. Again, I bring it back to the manager. He has, from the start, he has always said he takes the blueprint from Rafa Benitez, right? He takes the blueprint from whatever that Rafa has
He probably
been doing.
just took the blue only.
Yeah.
Just the blue from Rafa. That's about it.
I mean, he says what he says. So he says he takes the blueprint from Rafa and he tries to implement it while encouraging the attacking players to do their thing.
Okay.
It's been 2.5 years or 3 years or whatever.
We could right now we could probably have a compilation of Bruce says the darnest things, right? You know? But okay, be fair to Bruce. He also did mention that the team can only be as good as the striker. And that's why he actually pointed out them sorely missing the cutting edge when Callum Wilson is not playing. We're going to take the last one. Magpies defense, maybe they're undoing. Looking there at the goals conceded, the Cottagers have some kind of form going at the moment. It will be really close. Really, really close. But again, you see, a good rallying support from those people from Napshot. We all love Newcastle, Hyrule. So please always be our guest. We all love Newcastle. There you go. Newcastle to make it, but it's going to be tied as well. Faisal mentioned 4 more wins, and that's it. That should actually seal the deal. We've got Sanjeev, Shan. Hi, Sanjeev. Also, thank you so much. And also Prem. Hi, Prem.
Hello.
Thank you so much, Prem. Again, we are just getting started. So that's it. Newcastle, quickly, round table. Haizam, will they make the drop or will they survive?
They will survive. I'm sure they will survive.
Same here. They will survive as well. Hyrule, come on. Because I got it recorded. The one off air.
Me and whoever of us that are objective, right? We are in a catch-22 situation here. If Bruce survives, he's going to be here forever. And I don't know if I can take it, No offense to him, right? If he brings us to the Champions League, then so be it. He's the best.
Touch your heart. Newcastle will survive.
They will.
But Bruce is going to be there for a long time for sure.
Exactly.
Bruce will probably nominate himself for the Oscars. If he can actually beat the drop. That guy is full of himself. He's really full of himself, Bruce. And
he will ask for a statue beside Alan Shearer in St.
Probably. And the one thing that will always do my head in, right, with Bruce, he always has that stoic reaction to him, The way he speaks, the choices of vocabulary. It's always bizarre when it comes to Bruce. It's really rare that you see him animated. And when you manage a club of the tradition, the heritage, and the size of Newcastle, you want somebody who's more passionate. You remember your old, the late Glenn Roeder, right? Someone who is, although passive, but he was such a tactician, a genius on his own. That's one good example. And then I think his reincarnation was Rafa Benitez, almost alike. Almost alike. When it comes to tactical nous, the way, the in-game management. And that's what you need for Newcastle, And I really wonder why, for the life of me, I couldn't understand why you guys keep repeating the same junction over and over again every season, man. But Hairul, I want to understand one thing. The feeling of relegation. It sounds like death to many of us. And for someone who again support Arsenal, we have never been through that. Thank God. We nearly did. Apparently, halfway into the season, people were talking about relegation and the possibility of it, Arsenal going into the championship. But
I miss the feeling, man.
Yeah.
Aizam,
you've been through it. Aizam, you've been through it before. You've been through it. You've been supporting City since 98. But Hairul, they mentioned that Newcastle, they are too big. They are too big for the drop. It happened twice. How does it feel, man? The first time when they actually went right into the gallows.
You see, in 2009, I clearly remember, and until now, I will never forget how Villa fans taunt the Jolly.
Lucky our co-host is not here. Because we have a Villa guy with us.
That is something I will
bunch
never
of rascals. Bunch
the
of
last
savages.
game of the season,
Okay.
you can see the banners up there and all those things. So it hurts. It hurts so much until now. Whenever I watch a Villa game, I'll be like, please break that Grealish's leg. That kind of thing. Yeah, so it hurts. It really does. It really does.
And when the second time happened, was it more immune? Do you guys have the general sensing of what is it to be relegated?
Or for that matter, myself, I'm quite, I was optimistic because we still held on to Benitez.
Okay.
So I think almost
and the turnaround was immediate, right? Straight off.
Yes.
We won the championship.
He said that, okay, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to go through this. I'm going to get the club back up to the Premier League. So it was very optimistic. A lot of us were quite positive in that sense, lah.
Well, I know that we've been going through around the bush. You have still skirted my question. Will you guys beat the drop for Newcastle?
Yes, you will.
You will. Okay, that's all we need. All right, that's all we need. Newcastle United don't deserve to be fighting for relegation. There you go, Sanjeev. Right on his head. Mike Ashley is an arse and should be selling the club by now. Mike Ashley out. Again, it's a perennial issue. Again, every time when we speak about Newcastle, it's almost synonymous to the problem they have. That is Mike Ashley. We cannot. It's always tip of our tongue. Mike Ashley, Newcastle. Again, complete embarrassment, man. What he's doing to the club. Jordy will be at EPL. Let's hope, son. Let's hope that will be the case right now. Newcastle survive and Bruce gets the sack. Happy days for them. That will be a wonderful scene for them. Hi, Zam. Glory, Man United, Zam.
Yeah.
Demon is in. Ooh, we're still talking about Newcastle. He's a Villa fan, by the way. He's getting married this Saturday, so let's spare him the kin, all right? Demon, enjoy. Congrats. All right, so that's done. The Newcastle agenda is out of the window. We wish you nothing but the best, Hairul, for your team. Hopefully, you guys stay up. Because why? I told Haizam, look, this is probably the last chance, the last season that Newcastle fans will be watching, if you're subscribed to Mio, that is, to be watching football from channel 102 to 108. Because if you guys don't survive, next season onward, it will be channel 111 and above. It's no longer 102 to 108. All right. And then Demon said, okay, I'll be nice. Make sure, right? Keep to your words, okay? Demon, he's a nice Newcastle fan. He just wanted to reminisce. And then let's go on, Zam, to the next one. You have £15 to build a 5-a-side squad. So those are the players right now. And first and foremost, just let me lay this out. Thank you so much for the active engagement and also participation, both on Instagram especially and also on Facebook. We've seen several permutations when it comes to the combination. I really don't know how to choose right now. I know we promised that we are going to pick a winner tonight. We simply can't do so, Haizam. It's almost impossible for us to pick a winner. But tell you what, because I promised you guys that we are going to take one eventual winner, just one ultimate squad, scrap that. Because we can't possibly pick up the eventual winner, the ultimate winner, I'm going to present you with 3 winners. All right. But then again, allow us to just sift through the squad. Let us decide amongst the council. Okay, who will be winning? Who will be winning the gift from Snapchat Studio? And if you are wondering, hey Anori, what is the gift that you're talking about? Look, we have partnered up with this guy. I'll link in later on, right? Haizam, just remind me before we end the show. I'll put it in the banner. All right, the Instagram profile. So he sells a couple of all these little cutesy stuff. Okay, those little figurines. There you go. Liverpool fans has this really inexplicable obsession with this trophy. Almost all the household would have one by now. Okay, and all these little figurines as well. There you go. You got your money. Even we go through retro. Even David Beckham, if you still are not over him, he's there as well. So you can get all these collectibles, memorabilia. They have scarf as well. A lot of things. So I'm going to present you with a $10 voucher. Okay, $10 voucher. End of the show, I'll put in the link, Instagram, where to find him. And then tomorrow, we will personally knock on your door. All right, virtual door there is. Your Instagram or also your Facebook, and we will tell you you have won yourself that $10 voucher. Head over to their Instagram, show them some love, some support. You can get anything off the shelf, man. Really great guy to deal with. His name is Zach. So show him that support. Get anything you want. They have more than that. They even have bags. But the bag, that one bag, I told him, Zach, this should no longer be sold because it's a Champions League logo with Manchester United. How is that even possible? Right? So I told him to take that off the shelf. Okay. So right now, as we are still waiting for this guy to come on board, we are still waiting for him. So let's hold on for Umaga to come on. We'll go on to the next one. The next agenda that we have right now, this is quite interesting. Zam, tale of bad transfers, Zam. The curious case of Donny Van De Beek. So when Manchester United bought him in, surprisingly, nobody called it, nobody smelt it, and then it came out right off the blue. Okay, Donny Van De Beek was presented in front of the no crowd, of course. And again, the non-United fan says that it's a panic buy. It's probably an appeasement act. And true to its word, at this current moment, he's stuck on the bench. He cannot buy himself game time. But from the fan or the purist perspective, they mentioned that, hey, you have to buy your time. You have to prove to the manager that you deserve the spot. But we also do know, right, Zam and Hairul, there is such thing as favoritism in football, whereby the managers just don't fancy you for some reason that they cannot explain, that is beyond your comprehension. I want to start with Haizam first. Haizam, when it comes to players who are being treated the way Donny Van De Beek is being treated right now, what's your sentiment on it, man? Is it not good enough for Manchester United?
No. I remember when United announced his signing, right? I was thinking about like, why did they buy him? No, on what grounds? Is it because is it because of building up for the future? Building up for the youth. But then you realize that he came from playing in the for EX. He was one of the main players for EX. Then coming to United, he should have just walked into the team.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like it's surprisingly that it made me thought about like, is it I wouldn't say it's a panic buy. Is it a marketing buy? Is it an Ole buy? Is it an Ole's buy, or is it the player that Ole wanted in the first place, or is it the player that the board thought that no, it will be good for the team? Yeah. So I don't understand why he's not playing. But then again, coming from United, I'm not surprised. It's not about favoritism. United has, for the past few years, have always been panic buying, and buying players for the sake of buying. And the record is there. Alexis Sanchez, Angel Di Maria, and Van De Beek. So what's new?
What's new? Wow, sometimes, right? I don't know whether I should post any kind of question about Manchester United to Haizam, because I know for sure he cannot control his emotion, but then he always speaks the truth. Hairul, tale of bad transfers. Let's go with Donny Van De Beek first. I don't know whether you've caught his tape before he actually came to the shores of England, but this guy was the next big thing. He was really exciting, a good number 8, really intelligent. Those players that will make those darting runs into the box, arrive late, score the goals, create really good attacking scenarios. Came to Manchester United, he's stuck like glue. He's Sean Paul. Understand, right? He's not moving.
That is the 2000 songs, yeah, bro.
2000s, yeah.
On form.
MOS. Wait, none of you were there, huh? Stuck like glue. Hairul, what do you make of the situation right now from, again, a neutral perspective, from the outsider looking into Manchester United's window?
I think it's again, it's really a curious case of mismanagement lah.
Mismanagement.
Yes.
Elaborate on that.
One, again, I think Haizam gave a good point. Whether it is Ole that wanted him or whether the board thinks that they will improve the team, right? So when they actually brought him over, do they actually understand how he plays the game? I don't think so. I don't think they know exactly how Van de Beek plays his game. Exactly like how Frank Lampard doesn't know how to use Kai Havertz, right? It is very obvious. It's very, very obvious. You see the Tuchel comes in and then Havertz started playing like when he did back in Leverkusen, was it?
Yep, Leverkusen.
So I feel that is a case of mismanagement, because you see Frankie de Jong goes to Barcelona and do what he does. You see the centre back that goes to Juventus. What's his name again?
De Ligt, Matthias De Ligt.
Yeah, doing okay. You know, not too bad. Managed to settle down. Does decent enough. Time. Yeah, and then you see Van de Beek comes in. Whenever he plays for that last 10-15 minutes, I'm also wondering, why are you even there in the first place? What is your role in the team?
You know what, right, Hairul? You brought a really good point. The last 10 minutes, when every time when I see Donny Van De Beek makes his appearance, he reminds me of Royal Rumble. There will always be that unregistered character coming in to the ring. He'll be running in, and then Jerry King will always say, "Wait, who's the guy? Who's this guy? He's not part of the list." And then he's coming. I'm like, "Who is this guy? Why is he playing?" But then again, you look at the squad, you look at the balance of play. Is it fair that Van de Beek is now being stranded to the sideline because they have really overwhelming qualities, man? Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes. Again, Ole likes the double pivot. Again, if it's his king, if he's bedroom king, maybe he's putting it on the pitch as well. He loves it the double way. All right. So the double pivot is his thing. And how do you then try to integrate a player of Van de Beek's quality to the squad?
No way.
No way, right? So is it really Ole's fault, Haizam, then?
Okay,
that he's not playing Van de Beek?
I saw Tristan's comment.
Okay, let's bring that up. All right, this one, is it?
Yeah, because the thing is that if you're talking about squad depth, right, then shouldn't the rotation comes in place? I think Kieran brought a good point. That when Pogba was injured, then shouldn't Van de Beek be given a chance to play?
But he's not.
Yeah. The thing is that if you look at United's midfield, right? Okay, in terms of the basically the position, Bruno is definitely a first starter. Pogba is the second. Is second. I mean, if you're talking about double pivot, there will be Pogba and Bruno. So if Pogba is not there, is it McTominay basically gets ahead of Van de Beek?
Yeah. Which
begs the question then, why did you guys buy him in the first place? If you guys are thinking about talking about squad depth, then I think the rotational part should come in place, unless if you're talking about buying Van de Beek, then he's injured, and then there's another thing altogether. That's
another one, guys. Okay, Trace, thank you so much, man. We really miss you in the show. In a 4-2-3-1, DVB cannot play in a pivot because he's not disciplined enough. He's a creative player, a 10. There's no room for DVB when Bruno is the star player, and that's why it begs the question: because we mentioned squad depth, right? And it's also ironic when we mention squad depth and this guy is not being given a chance when the opportunity arises. So where is the interconnection right now? No, there is a gaping hole. There's a hole to be filled. Yet this guy, who's an omnipresence on the bench, not on the pitch, on the bench, is not being able to fill in. So in this situation, I don't know whether Newcastle. I'm very sure Newcastle have been through a couple of these really precarious scenario whereby you bought a player and he's there strapped on the bench. Any particular player in mind that you can actually think of? So much good quality, but just couldn't make it on the pitch.
At the top of my head, no. But I can understand, you see, because again, I watch a lot of football. I'm sure many of us who are in this show watching together, but we watch a lot of football and we can understand where the problem is. So, if you ask me personally, I feel that is there a need for Ole to play the 4-2-3-1 in the first place? Why? There's no reason, right? I mean, I don't know lah, but I feel Manchester United is not a team that holds possession like half an hour at a time. They want to go out there and attack. That is what I know of Manchester United.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're
even you play at Ferguson's time in the 90s or early 2000s, it's a flat 4-4-2.
It's always suffocating to play against them.
It is always on the front foot, right?
Non-stop.
Why are you using that two in the middle there with your McTominay and Fred or your Matic and Fred or whoever down there? Again, what's the role? What's the purpose of them doing there?
Double pivot, double.
Tristan brought a good point, man. Tristan, always taking another conversation for another day.
This is where Chris is a diehard United fan. This is where he's giving up. He gave up.
But it's actually interesting if you look at it. I can see that Kieran disagree with what Tristan said.
Okay, let's go.
I think there's a divide, But here's the thing. I feel that if you're talking about like-for-like players, if you're talking about if Van De Beek is a creative player. Okay, I remember when City had David Silva and KDB playing, both are creative players. So it's possible to have two playmakers. But
sorry to interject. Could it be there is that huge disparity, all right, for them to just connect between the overwhelming quality of Bruno Fernandes and to what it is for VDB? Maybe there is too much disconnect. The drop-off is too huge. That's why the risk is not being taken. Could you think there is that little bit of scenario or possibility of them trying to bridge the disconnect?
I think Ole is just being like me, playing it safe. Here's the thing, if you're talking about Van De Beek, he's a creative player. I can see that, when he was at EX. If you have two creative players, why don't you just throw caution to the wind? Just let Bruno and Van De Beek dictate the game. Is it okay? I think it's gonna be a struggle for sure. But then again, I remember when we had that same problem with David Silva and De Bruyne, both creative players. It's really interesting because it brings two dimensions to the game. But then again, I think when you bring Pogba into the equation, that's where the problem is.
Okay, so right now, since you mentioned all those names, okay. Before that, I just want to quickly take up this comment. Really good one, Golden Nugget. It's clear to see that the menu bought VDB to appease the fans for missing out Sanchez. In Hokkien, they call it no fish, then take ikan bilis. Okay, in Malay, we also have our own idiom for that. All right, if you don't have the cane, then the rattan will do the job for you. But okay, let's play manager for a while. Okay, while we're waiting for Umaga to come in. All right, Harun. You are Ole right now. You look at the squad depth. You look at the quality that you have at your disposal. Would Van De Beek, come on, you got to be straight. You got to be straight and honest with us right now. Would Van De Beek make the squad?
Yes, honestly, I would.
And where would you slot that poor boy in?
Okay, you see, like what Haizam mentioned, when they had Silva and KDB playing together, right? One is a lot more mobile than the other. To me, it is somewhat similar with your Van De Beek and Bruno Fernandes. You can see one is a lot more mobile than the other. Okay, when you see them, or when you see Van De Beek and you see Bruno Fernandes, you know which one has better passing range, better vision in that sense. Van De Beek really wants to be in that space. He wants to be able to receive, turn, and then distribute, right? That's your typical number 10.
Okay.
But you can have your Bruno Fernandes that do how Kevin De Bruyne does for Man City. He
pull the
has
strings in the middle.
Exactly.
Collect the ball from
Yes.
deep.
Yeah. And
Play on
both of them,
the turn,
I feel that they can play together. Of course, it will take time. That is when United fans will have to give them time. But then again, VDB is not playing, you see. So how to give him time when he's not playing? So yeah, I feel you should try 10 more games. You are in the top 4 position.
But they're chasing the title.
No, I would say Man City.
I don't get caught, all right? Don't get caught in this crossfire, okay? You want to dodge the bullets right now. So Faisal Jafar mentioned, this reminds me of Nuri Sahin, Bruno Cheru. Boy, those names that he came out with brought you back all the way to 15 years ago. Bruno Cheru, Alberto Aquilani, all three were classified as creative players, and yet they couldn't get it going in England. And then also, I think I would toss out the whole argument that he was bought to appease the fans, commercial value. He never held that value that De Jong and De Ligt commanded. He's only 23. I would cast judgment much later in his time at Manchester United. Hyrule, they can play together definitely, but not in Ole's 4-2-3-1. Down to the manager already. Aizam, you're Van De Beek. You're Van De Beek. Hyrule is Ole. You're Van De Beek. Okay. Would you give yourself another shot at this, another bite at the cherry? Maybe next season would be my time to arrive. Or could you be looking elsewhere? Would you tell your agent right now, start looking, man? Job Street, Lina, call Lina Job Street, right? Lina Job Street, see whether we can get an audition elsewhere. Where would you go with this? You're 23, you're 23. You're probably going to miss out Euro. Because why? You're not even playing. You're not even playing, bro. How are you getting into that squad? Right, Hazam, what would you do if you're VDB right now?
Okay, I think it's really difficult because on one hand, it's not his first full season in the EPL. So I remember that time when City bought David Silva, it's also the same issue. Like, is he a good fit for the English game?
Okay.
No, first season he didn't exactly like the league on fire, but second season he just snapped.
Okay.
So I think maybe Van De Beek should kind of bite the bullet and just I just prove my point. Okay. Just give until to the point that if next season Shapes is still going on, then call the agent, tell cut my losses. Yeah,
Watch to man, end of the road, right?
End of the road. Just leave.
Okay. All right. True. What we did manage to do actually to get some tongues wagging in the comment section, guys. Go on, don't stop. We are going to pick up all those really golden ones. So that brings us, all right, perfect time to segue to tale of bad transfers. Boys, gentlemen, senor, those in the comment section, get busy. Another Sean Paul hit. Hyrule's favorite. Get busy. Get busy. Nobody understands the lyric, right? But we understand get busy. Get busy, right? Tale of bad transfers. Shanda Paul, Tomato Soleil. All right, tale of bad transfers. I want to, again, categorize this into two subdivision. The first one, huge price tag. All right, then flat. Huge price tag, flat. And then the next one, maybe we can QQ Fernando Torres. And then the next one, those players who actually came on with a reputation, came to England one season, kapoof, completely gone into thin air. Missing person report. Right? So two subcategory. But before we do that, let's bring on the man, Haizam. I think he's right now here with us backstage. I'm hearing a bit of buzz. I'm hearing a bit of feedback. Let's bring him up. Umaga, WrestleMania. That's him. That's coming in. Jolly!
What's up, everybody?
Hey, wait. Realize something,
S-League. Is this S-League program or what? S-League program or what is that? We've got Lion City Sailors, we've got Balestier Khalsa, who got whooped by my team, Tampines Rovers yesterday. You better
watch it, huh? You better watch what you're saying. It's between Whoop and it's a close fight, huh? It's a close fight, all right? You gotta watch what you're saying.
All right, Joe,
nonetheless,
okay.
It's glad to be back, but yeah, carry on.
Good to have you back, Joe. We want to ask from you, right? You are a United fan yourself. When it comes to the curious case of Donny Van De Beek, where do you stand? Is this a case of players not proving his worth, or is this again just a classic case of the manager not trusting the player? He was never my boy. He was never my dog.
I know, right? But I think it's where am I going to start from?
I don't know. Up to you. You're a United fan. Why you ask me?
Okay, to keep things right, I think I won't say he's actually a false or it's a mistake to sign. The thing is, we have actually a good player among him. It's whether or not he wants to utilize it. Like I said, I think there's one more guy who would actually chime in with me. Tristan, we hate the double pivot. So why play the double pivot?
Please don't bring a double pivot again, man. It's going to be a long night.
Either spot, and then we can play it from there. So nonetheless, I hope it's not going to be. I hope we don't sell him. I hope we can still use it. That fella is really a talented. But I mean, I'm a Dutch fan. Aizam is also.
Wait, he won't be making the first 11, judging by the amount of game time he has for United, right, Joe? No. Okay, Joe, you gotta fix up your mic, man. You sound really horrible, bro. I love you to death, but you sound like ass. Okay, so you gotta fix up your mic. Okay, I'm gonna go on with a couple of comments here. Mayor, VDB is not always choice of player to buy. He's a good young player, Dutch national team player from Ajax, the same kind of breed with De Ligt and De Jong. Just think about that. Just left out of cold. Trace is easily triggered, right? If Trace is a woman, he's always hitting it on. Okay, lucky he's a guy. Hey, why Harry Maguire there? You're gonna feel my wrath later. Okay. We're gonna let you slide in and prove your worth. To prove a point. Oh, this is the continuation from his previous one. Because why? In YouTube there is a cap limit. Okay, to prove a point to the board that he's not happy with the purchase, not his choice. That Ole can do or can win or do things without that VDB purchase. Okay, maybe there was a statement. And then Umaga is in, breaking cigar into half. VDB is just another victim. Hey, Haikal, what's up, Snapshot Nation? Haizam, if Haizam and Hairul, if you guys think that you guys gonna have an early night, the show is just getting started, man. You're getting a lot of people coming in right now. So say bye-bye to wife for tonight, okay? So far it is for us. The past few Dutch players couldn't cut it. See, Klaassen, that's a good one. Klaassen. That's a good one. Even Hakim Ziyech, right? I mean, again, I know right now Chelsea fans, they are in cloud 9. Their heads are stuck in the cloud.
You're touching a very sensitive,
but until yesterday, everybody was talking about Hakim Ziyech not cutting it. Maybe it was a wrong purchase. He was never part of the program. He would not fit into Tuchel's really regimental style of play. He performed yesterday. Maybe, don't know. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Again, bad transfers. I'm gonna go with Hairul. Where you want to go? We want to go with the price tag, big price tag, zero productivity, or you want to go for a missing person report? Came to England, one season, poof, David Copperfield, Zam, nothing.
One transfer that is always very significant for me was
I really hate it when Hairul is composed, because fire is burning up. Okay.
No. This has got nothing to do with Newcastle. Why this transfer is very significant for me was this is back in 2001 when Manchester United signed Juan Sebastian Veron.
Okay.
So apparently, they signed him for a record fee or something.
Was it 30 or plus 20?
At the point of time,
it was.
So
and then
I was 2001. I was only in secondary 1. I'm still young, by the way. So because I secondary 1, I went to Siglap Secondary School. So Siglap at that point of time, we were quite good in football.
Yes,
I remember going to Western to buy the Asics boots that Veron wore throughout the season in Manchester United, because he was the only one who wore the Asics boots.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. This goes a long way.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh, this guy is good. He's composed on the ball. He can turn. He can distribute. And he's quite feisty as well, right?
Yeah.
And then he does nothing. It's like, what an anti-climax, this guy.
He did turn, Hairul. He turned for the exit door. He did turn. Okay, so
Singapore, if you remember, Man U came to Singapore.
Yes, they did.
I went to watch them play because of Veron, And then he did nothing that season. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. So Veron fall under big price tag, complete flop. That would be the right category for him, right? Oh, yeah. Back then it was the record fee.
Yeah.
Haizam, I know you got a long list, but just summarize, right? Cut it into half. One.
I'm gonna take one lah.
Okay, which end? Which end?
Baby. Still that Baby is like, okay, I would say Baby is like this era's fraud. Fraud of the biggest fraud to be even calling himself a footballer.
Hello. Why is it everything United? First is Veron, first is Bebe. Buto, like City never buy anybody, is it? Newcastle never buy anybody, is it? Hello.
Hey, Umaga, why you angry, brother?
Oh, Umaga. Relax lah, Umaga. I know you didn't make WrestleMania, but relax lah.
Excuse me? Like City never had a bad transfer, hello?
Let him go, Joe. Let him go. We gotta respect our guests, right? Hey, Joe, you owe Haizam a big meal, He manned the fort for us. So spare him.
Okay.
Spare him.
I'll spare you.
Sorry. Sorry for the adolescent act.
Okay. No, basically, okay. I mean, okay. Let's put the biasness aside. Okay. I mean, all the clubs have, but for me personally, right, even I play Football Manager, right, I look at baby's stats, right. I say, how the fuck is he a footballer? How the fuck he went to United? How the fuck United pay 9 million for this? He's like. Hey, like if as a football manager, as a football manager, that a player, right? Okay, all the terrible players that I see the stats, right? Baby doesn't even belong in Premier League, Like, that's the ultimate. Like for me, personally, it's the fraud of the era.
Okay. So that is under the missing person report. Okay, correct. That's the under missing person.
Sorry,
okay,
Joe. I love you,
Joe. Before I leave it to you, Joe. I know you're a bit angsty right now. You're a bit feisty. Okay.
No. I'm okay.
Right. So just calm your tits down, right? I'm gonna go next. Mine one, because you guys keep going on about Manchester United. I'm gonna go easy on Manchester United. Angel Di Maria. Remember him? Anyone?
Oh my god.
No.
Angel Di Maria. He will tick all the boxes. One season, and then he completely disappeared. Big price tag. I will go for Angel because when he came, there was a huge, massive fanfare. Angel Di Maria, man, Real Madrid coming into England, and then before that we had Mesut Ozil. Back then, it was a small degree of success. He enjoyed at Arsenal, so he said, "Wow, if Ozil could do that, probably Di Maria can do this in multiple folds." And then, hello, same thing like Veron. He turned for the exit door as well. Angel, nothing angelic about that guy. He left, Joe. So I'm gonna put Di Maria on both ends of the spectrum. He is that one season guy, and Hoso came in with a really hefty price tag. Again, flatter to deceive. What about you, Jolie? Are you going to?
Let me complete. All right, let me complete the entire. The quadruple. All right, since we're doing United, let's do United.
Okay, let's do United.
Worst transfer for United. All right, because this was a club that actually produced good players. They have given us good players as well. They have given other clubs good players as well, and I really thought this was going to be the guy who's going to give us a good title range. Like how the previous player from the same club came in as well is none other than Alexis Sanchez. Yeah, I think that was one of the worst ever transfers because I think Arsenal gave us Robin Van Persie because he knew at Arsenal he couldn't win the league. So he had to come to United and then he won the league there.
Okay, turning off my camera.
Yeah, he won there. So it's Alex Buto Sanchez. And you know what's the worst thing? No, the worst thing was it's okay if you buy him though. It's okay if you buy him. But they actually gave one of my favorite players at that point in time, United.
Oh, Mickey, you so fine, you blew mama.
Bro, Mickey was at that time he was on form. No?
Don't feel sad for yourself, right? Because Mickey
exactly, and he went to Arsenal
as well.
He went to Arsenal
shit as well. He caught the Arsenal virus. All right. So right now we call it a truce. All right, nail for us. Okay, nothing to see here. Move on. Okay, let's look at a couple of comments. Really good ones. Yes, Papa Bear, hello. He's from C Club too.
Hello, Papa Bear.
Clicky.
And then
laughing. Let's touch on this guy, Andre. Bro, we all of the same age, right? Shevchenko was the beast in FIFA 99, whereby the free kick you can bend the arrow. Right into
winning 11 FIFA.
Winning 11 99. Pro Evolution. Our team need to have Shevchenko.
True blue striker, the epitome of a number 9. he decided that it's going to be funfair to come over to Chelsea.
Chelsea
What happened,
destroyed
Hairul?
him.
What happened, Hairul? All right, care to remind us what happened?
He scored on his debut at the Charity Shield
Charity Shield, you're right.
against Liverpool or Man U was that?
I think United. I think it was United.
United.
Yeah.
United.
And then he went for the exit door.
Same thing. but wait. There's always a case for an argument when it comes to Shevchenko. He was in his twilight years.
Yeah, true.
Right? Are we not cutting him any slack for Shevchenko? No, guys?
No,
Are we
I don't think
merciless?
so. Okay, if you look at it, right, he's not exactly okay. I think when he was at AC Milan, he was still scoring goals. It's not like he hit the plateau of going on the decline. Then
Yeah, correct.
he was basically he had the momentum. So I guess that it showed his caliber that he is a Serie A player. He's not cut for the English league.
True.
You know, the physical style. So I guess that's it.
You guys, you know what? Talking about strikers, all right, of that mold, all right, that really prolific one. Remember Mateo Kezman?
No.
And then you talk another Serie A, another Serie A bad boy, blue eye, blondie. Remember his name, Mutu, Adrian Mutu.
Adrian Mutu.
Hey guys, but remember the backstory. This was a battle between Mutu and Ronaldo. So Chelsea was on the verge of signing either Cristiano Ronaldo. No, sorry, Ferguson was on the verge of signing Adrian Mutu or Cristiano Ronaldo, and they were all bang on Adrian Mutu. But then Ferguson told the board and said, "No, let's believe on Ronaldo. We are taking." And Chelsea bought Mutu.
Maybe you were lucky enough that you guys played against Cristiano Ronaldo. Remember?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He John O'Shea, West Brom inside out, and they couldn't handle him, right?
I think if we bought Adrian Mutu finished, the entire United will be dragging.
The only thing left now is Mutu Sami. That's it. Adrian Mutu was in Parma. Mutu Sami came to Chelsea. All right. What's the Umaga story late to the party? Don't worry, Jay. We know about your sleeping habit and your sleeping pattern.
Yeah.
When you wake up, it's usually the flip of a calendar already. All right. But if you need to know, this was Umaga. Okay. Umaga came late. Sorry, Joe. I had to use your picture, man. They miss you so much. All right. Mohamed Rian, as a Spurs fan, it's got to be Soldado. Can't believe he sold Bale for him. Rian,
Rian, your entire team is a fraud.
Well, Hairul, do you see Andy Carroll as a flop, Hairul, in Liverpool?
I was more than happy to take that 35 million over. What they feel about him, I don't care.
Here we go, Hairul.
I'll say Balotelli, Di Maria. There you go. Everything you wrap it up for us, and then Joe, Enrique Sanchez, Habib, no, watching us.
Eric Jemba.
Hey, no lah, come on. Jemba was a beast in the park, man.
Was he? Which park? London
Park.
Which park, Joe?
Winning 11, Jemba was good.
He was a piece, okay? Destroyed Marshall's progression, destroyed our WHB, played the damn piano and left. Alexis Sanchez, we all love to see him. And then let's go. Hairul, do you expect Andy Carroll going to be a flop? I think he already answered. I agree with Joe Buto Sanchez. Nice name for Alexis Sanchez, bro. Jole. Is it Joe? Is a hype man, right? Guys, I'm actually right now going to barter trade Joe for money. All right. If you need any hype man for your party, if you need anybody to sugar rush to the environment, call me up. Okay.
Yeah, Rabak, yeah.
I will barter trade him. With Maguire, I think there's limitation to the player. I think the eagerness to want to compete with Liverpool eventually convinced Man United to part 80
I'm ready lah. I'm ready. The Gina. The headman
Let's
must continue on.
Harry Maguire. Aizam, you have to dry your gum for a while.
I don't know. I don't want to comment on that.
Hey, go lah. It's okay lah. Come on lah.
Hairul, 80 million and Harry Maguire. Okay, what a perfect marriage. It was supposed to be the perfect marriage. Is it heading into ruins, or are we now too quick to judge?
You look in world football in totality, no need to say no. Okay lah, no need to look at world football lah. I also say Haris Harun is worth $80 million lah. you look toward the European leagues, right? Is there anyone out there that is actually worth $80 million, or to put a price tag on a centre back? Something like that.
Your action lah.
Haizam, you're saying something?
No, it was Taufik.
Ruben who? Ruben Diaz. I didn't see him last week at the weekend that United played them though. I don't know who you're talking about.
Wait. Respect the guys. Hairul is about to speak. Okay. Come on, speak.
Yeah. So if for me looking into Manchester United 2-3 years ago, the scouting team would have looked at across the European leagues.
Okay.
If they are going to immediately try and challenge, which every year they are expected to, right? They will definitely want someone try and tested, which we can always understand that. If they are going to try and experiment, it's always going to be like your Cristiano Ronaldo when they are 17, 18 years old. Martial came in at 19 years old. Luke Shaw came in at 22, 23. Right? Yeah. So for them to plug that gap again, it has got to be him, because at that point of time there was no one else in the English league as good as Harry Maguire.
There you go.
Time. Yeah. I mean I'm sure you would agree, because Leicester just won the Premier League or something, right? 2016.
He was a part of it.
Whatever,
In fact, he was relegated together with Andrew Robertson.
Yeah. So if again at that point of time you look throughout the league itself, who else? And he's an Englishman.
True,
So
I agree. I agree in a heartbeat. I think back then, again, if you were to pull the tapes all the way back to the time you bought Harry Maguire, right, Joe, from Manchester United, I think he was there in the conversation when it comes to top 3 centre back. Haizam, control that smirk of yours.
He got nothing to say though. Haizam got nothing to say. He got nothing to say.
I'm just trying to comment later when what Kieran said. After this.
Okay. So he has his eyes set for Kieran.
Oh,
okay, let's go.
Oh my goodness! I'll be loved for this.
This one I will agree.
This one
I will not dispute at all.
This one, Rawa, bro.
But
let Hairul finish.
When Robinho came to town, come on, Joe, don't tell me. Even though they were your noisy neighbors, right? But you couldn't help but to be jumping. Up your seat.
Honestly, this was my reaction. I thought the league was done and dusted. That's it. City is going to beat it, because at that point in time, Robinho was fire.
Pele, remember? They called him the next Pele.
The next Pele. They didn't really call him the next Ronaldinho, though. He didn't really have much skills in him. All right, but he had that finishing touch. That touch that every Brazilian has. You know, that kind of one-time finish. You know, you get the ball straight up from the cross, you turn, boom, it's in the back of the net. Just like that. That is Samba football.
Joe, that was the height of Brazilian football. Remember, that was the true Samba football.
Yeah, that's the true Samba boys.
You remember when there was a time about Robinho and then Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, Ronaldo, and Kaká were all playing the same team. They scored that goal. You know, again, go through YouTube compilation, and then they did the celebration all together. Were dancing at the touchline. Everybody was involved. So who would have thought? Robinho, Haizam, quickly wrap this up. Robinho for us.
He from Samba go to Samba, bro.
Samba. You go Samba from Samba Belacan.
What do you think of Robinho? Complete flop? Would you agree with that?
Oh, just give me Robinho. It was just a marquee buying. It was a marquee purchase, like how what United did with Alexis Sanchez, just to prove their point. But then again, the end result is like he didn't exactly like the fight. I mean, if you want to compare him and
Joe, you had another, Joe, remember Joe?
Joe. Ilano.
Ilano
was good. But I think I think the problem is that at that time, because the dressing room was disunited, because they had these cliques of the Brazilians, they had these cliques of this. So I think Robinho just got too big for issues lah. Yeah, and then he just did a turn and just like.
What about this? Junicho Inamoto. Why are we talking about him, man? Come on.
We need to talk. It has to be Falik.
Falik, you know, he's gonna pop. He's gonna take a pop at his own brother-in-law. Okay, salute. But then if Arsenal, remember Francis Jeffers, the next big thing, the next Alan Shearer, Fox in the box.
Are we not going to talk about Lord Bentner?
Oh, Bentner came from the academy, Joe. Academy.
But the thing is,
No. He cannot be part of the conversation. Faisal Jabbar, not in order. Lazar, McCoffey, Charlie Adam, Andy Carroll, Christian Benteke, Mario, Amik, Mario
Oh, that's a
Balotelli.
lot.
Okay, out of this, I want to take out Mario Balotelli.
It's Stuart
Again,
Downing.
huge fanfare.
So
Huge fanfare. Mario Balotelli came in. Or was he
Why always
treated
me?
fair enough? Was he treated fair enough, Fairul? In your opinion, Mario Balotelli?
He's
Oh, Mario.
crazy. I think no one will be able to understand him. The problem is
Yeah,
not,
boy.
the problem
Ask
is not
Aizam.
the clubs. It's him. He is the problem.
Aizam. Aizam,
And he
Balotelli.
can still ask why always me. So
Why always Aizam? Balotelli. Oh, he did some good for Man City, right? Didn't he?
His only one assist in 2012 was that assist to Aguero. One
Oh,
assist.
really?
One
Assist.
assist. The only one assist that he did the whole season was that one assist.
And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Come off the man. Fernando
bad.
Morientes at Liverpool, another one.
Ooh.
Big name. Household name.
Yep.
Came to Liverpool. Nobody even remember Morientes actually once donned the famous red of Liverpool, right? Fernando
Yeah.
Morientes, that's another one. And then Mohamed Ryan, just a kind reminder. Oh, shush, Joe. Never forget 6-1, bro.
You want me to give you a medal, bro, Ryan? Where the hell you guys are now?
It is a matter right now. Please give him one. Okay. Market value for centre back currently 50 to 90 million. Yeah, I think really good insight from Hyrule just now. Won't take no shit on Harry Maguire. He's overpriced definitely, but not a bad defender. He's a great defender. Has proven time and time again. Joe, you know our boy Chris and Harry Maguire.
Chris,
All right?
hang in there. Calm down.
If they were to legalize a certain penal code whereby the same gender can get married, we know who Tris will end up with. Okay. One question: why are City and United enemies? Cycle, type in Manchester City, Manchester United derby on YouTube.
I'll give you the link, Heikel. I'll give you the link.
Sambal boys the 7-1. Shameful. Another one. Andre Santos, spot on. What a clown of a left back. And to think that this was the same guy that dislodged Marcelo for a bit. He came to Arsenal. He's not even on Wikipedia right now. Gone into the wind. Samba balado apa dah, this guy. And then Charlie Adam is harsh. He will be the second Gerrard at best. He did okay, I guess. Okay. Arsenal are lucky they signed Marouane Chamakh for free, which they paid for him. Hey, Marouane Chamakh not that bad, okay?
It's not that bad.
When Robin Van Persie went injured, he went on 13 game streak scoring goal, okay? Still better than your Sol Nano or whatever you call him. Or even your Vincent Janssen. Speak about your Vincent Janssen. Give me the energy. Vincent Janssen. All right. We'll defend Harry Maguire. Are we going on about Harry Maguire?
Tris, calm down, Tris. Tris, I'll give you a kiss.
Okay, Tris. We get it.
Let's just read the comment for him. Let's just read. Okay. We'll defend Harry Maguire with my life because the tides are turning. People are starting to see how important he is now with the clean sheets we have been holding. And I've been here since day one, constantly reminding people how important he's out to a team. Without Maguire, we won't be second behind City. No Maguire shit, please. Come on, boys. No Maguire shit. Enough, boys. Enough. Next.
Isn't he the same guy who also actually projected 20 goals for Edison Cavani?
Let's not start, bro. He already did. That's it. No Maguire shit. He's gonna start with Edison Cavani next.
Okay, that's a really good engagement. Thank you so much, guys, for chiming in. We really got a good crowd, man, Joe. Always live and kicking. Let's go on to the last one. Curtain call for us. Okay.
All right.
This is Gameweek 29 review. Look at that.
Iru, I need you to be on fire, Iru.
All sun, man. Okay, so right now, Joe, you take on the crowd for a bit. Let me just Google up the fixture for this week.
All right, fellas, this is it. We are coming today. The next, I think this is the third week that we are doing the predictions.
Yep. So remind them of the score.
At the current moment for the panel. All right, myself, Anwari, and Deben are on 2 points. We're at top of the table. I don't need to tell you guys that the guy is living. He's living, all right? I don't need to tell you who is at the bottom with the 0 points. Is my brother, my lovely brother, Haizam. All right, right now, he's just trying to start himself and just give him some time, guys. Just give him some time. Okay.
He's on zero.
Today, he's still on zero. He's still on zero. So you guys out there, as you're watching this, so we are going to start the predictions shortly as well. So if you guys think that you guys have got what it takes, so come on down and do what we do best, is do predictions. So for today, our special guest, Newcastle fan Hyrule, you are going to be put on the spot, bro.
Yes.
For the past 2 weeks, we have guests who always put them on the spot because if you get any of our predictions wrong, then we're gonna buto hantam you for the rest of the week.
Before
This
we
one,
head
no
over,
chance given, bang. No chance given.
before we head over, right? Faisal Jabbar mentioned here. I don't remember Christopher. Of course I do, and also remember Faisal Jabbar, Davos Shuker. Davos Shuker had a great World Cup. Came to Arsenal. Boom. Nobody talks about that.
Speaking of FJ, Abang, if you're watching this, you have been zero also, huh? You need to step up. You need to step up your prediction game, Abang. Come on, Abang. All right.
Okay, so this week, Joe, this week is a bit of an anomaly. All right. Usually,
Yeah,
we have
because the
10
FA Cup and all this.
Usually we have 10 matches in total, but this week we only have 4. That does not stop us from predicting 5 games. Okay, so we're gonna choose this carefully. Joe, you have to help me out. All right. Haizam, can you just jot down the panel?
It's okay. I'm doing it. I'll do it.
You're doing it. Okay, again, nice.
I'll do it.
I don't know. No. So manually, Haizam will jot down our prediction. Joe, you do it in the banner. All right, for clarity, so that people can see what we are predicting. Okay, guys, first game.
Oh, okay.
First game, all right. We are not gonna do. Are we gonna do Fulham and Leeds United? That looks like an interesting game. But are we going
Even
to take up Fulham?
we want to do that. Even we want to do a Fulham this game.
But to be honest, if we do it, is anybody gonna watch it though?
Yeah, I think.
I guess let's skip. Okay, let's skip. But because we have Hyrule here, Brighton versus Newcastle, crunch match for him. It's almost win or bust, right, Hyrule? Am I right to say that, or am I being overly hyperbolical right here?
It is
Win or bust. Yeah. Win or bust. Okay, Joe, you want to take up Hyrule first, or I take up Hyrule first?
It's okay. I'll let you do the honors, bro.
Okay, Hyrule, you will predict for my corner, right? So Anwari's prediction for Brighton versus Newcastle is going to be predicted by our man Hyrule. I don't know what kind of luck he has, what he had for dinner. I'm gonna trust this man with all my life. Okay, if I have my last dollar in my pocket, I'm gonna bang in on Hyrule getting this right. Spot on, exact score. Brighton, Newcastle United. Hyrule, where do you go with your prediction?
This is gonna be interesting, man. I love this.
He's a Newcastle fan.
Look,
no biasness.
I just love look at the way Haizam is just looking. Hyrule's looking at the screen and he's thinking, "Buto, these people just put me on the spot." My heart say Newcastle, my mind say Brighton.
I thought Anwari said it's gonna be an easy ride. I know. Again, if I may remind you, you mentioned just now you have not won against Brighton throughout
I think he's coming up on
a whole tenure. All right, in the Premier League.
Okay, so I will give a disclaimer to my Toon brothers.
Here we go. Another one game at a time.
But for the support of Napshot Studios, I will be objective here today.
Right.
I will say Brighton 2-0. Last game, if you watch Brighton against whatever, I watched that game.
Okay.
Brighton, to me, did actually very well.
Wow. 2-0 to Brighton, man.
And they will continue their
good form.
Upcoming getting into gears.
You know what? Tristan just echoed the same sentiment, Hyrule. 2-0 as well. Hey, same lah. Yeah, blame it on the internet, man. Laggy. Okay, so 2-0 for Anwari. This is under the tutelage and under the stewardship of Hyrule's prediction. Okay, so 2-0. I'm gonna take that out. I trust Hyrule with all my heart. But at the same time,
they won against Southampton 2-1, and they did really, really well.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
actually quite good.
I watched the game.
Okay, so Haizam, you got that locked in, yeah? Cannot get this wrong, huh? Do not have an evil heart, huh? Do not mess my score, huh?
Hello, I'm zero. I'm zero. I do not play cheat.
Then the more you should cheat.
I have honor, my brother.
All right, Joe, where do you go, Joe? My man, Umaga.
This is going to be really tough, but it's okay. I will have space. I'll have some faith in Brucey. I'm going with a 2-1 Newcastle win.
I don't like it how you Brucey sounds like a girl. Are we talking about Bruce Jenner? No, huh? Steve Bruce.
Baby.
Okay, so you're going for 2-1 Newcastle. Right, Joe? Is that 2-1 Newcastle?
2-1 Newcastle.
Haizam, you got it locked in, yeah? All right, so Haizam, yourself. I want to hear from you. This is the interesting one. Whatever Haizam predict, we go the complete opposite. Easy.
How do you know? How did you know?
4-0.
No, I'm putting 2-1 to Brighton.
Oh, want to play cheat Want to take high rules.
Hey, how about Deepan? Deepan.
Deepan later. Privately we settle. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so 2-1 to Brighton from Haizam, 2-0 for Brighton for Anori, and also 2-0 or 2-1 for Newcastle. Joe always trying to go against the tide. Okay, so guys, the first one, those who are involved in this competition of ours, remember the first one that we are predicting, Joe, Brighton.
It's Brighton against Newcastle.
All right, I repeat again, Brighton versus Newcastle. Okay, let's go on to the next one. What are we predicting next, guys? Aston Villa and Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur. Can I get a bit of mic time, please? A bit of airtime for Spurs? Look, Spurs. All right, let's leave Navin out of this. Okay, he's in an exclusive bubble. Okay, he can be absolved of all crimes because he's such a realist. But you lot down there, Spurs, let me have the time, right? Before the match, you guys were going out heavy on your smoke machine. Arsenal's not gonna, we are just gonna melt because you guys are apparently the hottest thing in town. You guys talk up such a good game. You guys, Zam, help, let me have the mic, Zam. You guys talk up such a good game, but when it was time to perform, the lady was there in red lingerie. Pew! Performance anxiety. Pew! Performance anxiety. No Viagra can help. No Tongkat Ali can rescue you. Okay? You guys talk about Harry Kane. Oh, Harry Kane this, Harry Kane that. He will add on to his tally. The last time I saw any Harry, Joe, Haizam, Hairul, the last time I saw any Harry, it was on Oprah Winfrey together with Meghan Markle. That was the last time I saw Harry. Harry was not present against us. And then they talk about another guy. Oh, Gareth Bale, that is the key guy. He is going to deliver us the 3 points, the victory. After so long, we are finally going to win Arsenal at the Emirates since 2010. You talk about Gareth Bale being back on form. He was going to light up the match. That didn't happen. He had a relapse because he's a golf addict. He's a golf addict. He had a relapse. He saw the green carpet on the Emirates. Beautiful, green, lush. He couldn't resist the temptation. He became a golfer that day, not a footballer. You got Gareth the golfer. All right. So keep up that energy, man. Keep up that energy because North London is still
wrap it up.
Will always be red. Okay, Joe?
We gotta wrap it up.
That's it. I'm just gonna let it all out. Just gonna let it out.
I'm going off like a motor mouth.
So Aston Villa and Tottenham. Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for. Oh man, never in my blood that my dad taught me to be a sellout. Aston Villa 2-1. 2-1 Aston Villa. Joe, so you are going to get Hyrule to predict for you, right? For this one?
Yep.
Hyrule, do the honors, man, for us.
So wait, you are going 2-1 Spurs, 2-1 Villa.
2-1. Okay. 2-1 to Aston Villa just because I'm not a sellout.
Hyrule, go for it, Hyrule.
This is going to be a close game.
All right, I like it. I like where you're starting from.
But Villa has been struggling without Jack Grealish.
He will be back though.
Will he be back this game?
I think so.
Okay, but I would think that Spurs would nick a very small win against Villa, 1-0.
Okay. 1-0. All right.
You happy with that, Joe? 1-0.
I'm good. Okay.
We gotta trust the guest, man. Our guest last week got us 2 points.
Yeah, 2 points.
Okay.
Go.
Okay. Aizam, master. Says no one.
Okay. Spurs to win 2-1.
Okay. All right. That's the end of our friendship, guys. Okay. So Aizam is 2-1 for Spurs as well. Yeah. Okay. All right. All covered. The next one, we gotta do this one. All right. So again, guys, just remember we are going to do the second.
Aizam, what do you predict?
1-2 to Spurs.
1-2 to Spurs.
All
right. So second game, guys, remember it is Tottenham Hotspur, or rather Aston Villa against Tottenham Hotspur. All right. So quickly we move on to the third one: West Ham versus the Mighty Gunners. Hyrule, I'm not gonna do mine. I'm gonna trust you. How ironic is this? I predicted Spurs game, but I can't predict the one at Arsenal. But I trust you, Hyrule, with your objective. Good record. Good good record against them. Just so you
Yeah, yeah, true. And Arsenal needs the win as well. They are on quite a good form after your win against Spurs.
convincing, comprehensive.
They might be going out tonight. They might be getting eliminated tonight. So
I wouldn't
never know.
say convincing.
Don't confuse Manchester United and Arsenal. Separate. It's separate. Okay, but then
But I will give Arsenal a 2-1
Come
win.
on, Hyrule. Jesse Lingard is going to score a brace, man. Jesse!
Hey, you lucky you're not my neighbor, you know. If not, I will come out with my crowbar and my sledgehammer, hunt down your head.
Okay, Hyrule, what's the score again?
2-1 to Arsenal.
1-1.
2-1.
2-1. All right. 2-1 to Arsenal.
See,
All right.
even my boy agrees with me. All right. So, Joe, where do you go? I know you want to go with West Ham. Just let it all out, man. You want to go with West Ham, I know.
As much as I want to go with West Ham, I saw them play against United. That was a bit off. And I think maybe because Jesse wasn't playing, he could be the ideal. But I still feel Arsenal might take this. So I'm going with 3-1 Arsenal.
Ooh, when you say you don't trust Arsenal, okay, 3-1.
Yeah.
3-1.
I trust Saka, man.
Okay, 3-1 to Arsenal. Haizam, where do you go on this?
Okay. I'm gonna pick the comments from Tristan.
Okay,
All right.
3-2.
Okay. Just get 3-2 to Arsenal.
Okay, 3-2 to Arsenal. All right. So, you know, right? If West Ham win, all of us will flop this unanimously. Okay, that's what we do. All right, brothers in arms.
It's okay, lah. For once, let's get together with Haizam, all right?
Okay. So, Joe,
If not, every time he say he's alone.
Okay, Joe. So again, I'm going to repeat this. All right, we got 3 games from the Premier League that we are going to cast our prediction for. The first one is Brighton versus Newcastle United. The second one is Aston Villa against Tottenham Hotspur, and the third one is West Ham versus Arsenal. So again, question might be asked, Anwari. So where's another 2? Here you go. Relax. Anwari,
Relax, macha, relax. It's coming soon, guys. It's going. So, guys,
Relax.
while Anwari is doing that, I'm going through again. It's going to be Brighton, Newcastle. It's going to be Villa, Spurs, and the last one is going to be the third one, not the last one. Sorry, is West Ham versus Gunners. And the fourth one, it's coming up right shortly, right now, in the fourth game.
All right. So so we gotta pick 2. Of course, we gotta do Manchester City and also Leicester United. All right. So we are going to go with Everton versus Man City for the FA Cup, guys. Don't mix it up. All right. This is the FA Cup. We are going to mix FA Cup together with the Premier League. Why not? It's football anyway. So Everton and Man City. I'm going to go first because right now Hyrule will go for Joe. Everton, Man City, 1-1. All right. And also, I want to make this clear. Okay, I want to make this clear. Before we run into any sort of confusion, they might go into extra time. Tak pakai. Bo pakai. It's only the 90 minutes.
Yeah, 90 minutes, boys. 90 minutes.
Okay?
Yep.
Whatever happens right after the 90 minute, again, that will not be counted for. I'm going to go 1-1. Everton, Man City, 1-1 for Anwari. Okay, and then let's go for Hyrule. You're gonna do for Joe?
Everton, Man City. I will go for 1-1 as well.
Wow!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Hyrule. Are you serious? It's City. Come on, boys. It's rumored Diaz at the centre back. We have Aguero back. We have KDB. I mean, seriously, I was hoping that I think City is gonna whitewash Everton, man.
No, man. I got this sick feeling. I got this strange hunch, right, Hyrule? That
not
feeling,
at
right?
home, not
that
Goodison
feeling.
Park.
Okay,
And
I trust you.
I don't think the FA Cup is a priority.
Okay, there you go. No,
They want to win the treble, no? They want to win the treble.
Aizam, you are striking a pose there, a bit of Dybala pose. I see there.
No, he's saying lah, Alama, how can you be saying this?
No, he said, hey, Joe, he said, hey, this Anwar Joe, my good friend, what? He always talk shit about other clubs. This Man City, yeah. Aizam, come on.
I think it's gonna be a close fight, but City is gonna need
Aizam,
the last time you said close fight and your slim margin
was 5-1.
This one is 2-1.
All right. Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so 2-1 to Man City, yeah. All right, so there you go. That's done. And then the last one, Leicester City versus Manchester United. For once, Ole will not touch semi-final. I think that's what I think. Okay, but then again, it's not up to it's not up to me. Hyrule will do the honors for me. Hyrule, Leicester City, Manchester United. Again, just a really small caveat here to be placed. United are really formidable away from home. They are really good away from home. Of course, the last time they played against each other at King Power, they drew 2-2.
Tick tock.
2-2. Where you go with this?
I will go for a 2-2 draw as well.
2-2 draw. Joe, lock that in. My guy.
Right, locked it in.
Locked it in for me. 2-2 for Anwari under
Let's go, Haizam.
instruction. 2-2. Okay. I can complain.
1-1 draw.
1-1.
Wow.
Okay. Joe?
Interesting. Right.
Joe?
I think the other time we played well. Let's whack the shit out of them. All right. I'm going 3-0. We are winning this shit.
This is okay, Joe. This is where you will flop massively and miserably. Okay? This is where it is.
Heading to the semi-finals, then after that we lose to don't know whichever thing that we go out.
Okay, so I'm just going to repeat, guys. Again, we're just going to do a rerun of the tape or the two matches that we are taking from the FA Cup. It will be Everton versus Man City and also Leicester City versus Manchester United. Remember, we are only going to take the score for what it is, 90 minutes. That's it. Anything surpassing that 90 minutes mark will not be counted for. All right. So there you go. Text me, DM us, whichever way you want to go. Last week was really, really good. Almost everybody had an active participation. Joe, I think you want to give a bit of just an instruction or just a shout out for those people who missed out on the prediction. Maybe you want to say
guys,
something about
okay. So this is the rule, boys. You guys have to text us within 24 hours of what we have released to the fixture. So that means tomorrow 12 midnight everything shuts. So even if you guys missed it, I'm so sorry. You guys can't just text us like on Friday night or Saturday. If you guys text us, sorry, it will not go through. So the prediction actually shuts at 12 midnight on Friday. So before that, get your predictions in. I think most of you got it right. Most of you got your predictions in. So by hook or crook, anyone listening. But if you guys in the event are unsure of the fixtures, we will release the fixture list tomorrow again. All right, probably in the afternoon to remind you folks again. So please, for those involved, please get your predictions in. And for those that are still zero, the guys that are still zero, Haizam, not you. I'm talking to the ones who are the competition guys who are our fans that are actually participating. But those who are in zero, guys, please, this is a time to step up. Maybe, right? And once again, another reminder, the FA Cup game, it's only up till the 90th minute plus stoppage time. It doesn't include extra time, guys, okay? So the FA Cup is only 90 minutes, okay? Let's go on.
And Habib, no, bro, you got to text me, okay? Do not.
You got to text us, guys. Just one more thing, guys. Do not put it in the comment section.
Yeah.
Do not, it's not up in the comment section. You got to text Anwari personally. If you guys feel that, hey, An is, his face is a bit too chalat to go to him. I know the muka macam sial lah ni, too much. So you guys can text me also. You guys can text me, no worries. If you guys done, you can also go to Faris or Haizam or Deepan. Either one of us. Just text us, DM us, come to us. Please get your predictions by Friday, 12 midnight.
12 midnight. There you go.
There's no Malay in this, all right? For those 0 points,
shut up, lah.
Sorry, but those better step up, better step up, all right?
All right. So, Joe, really, really good episode today. Haizam, thank you so much for manning the fort. Hyrule, this should be a regularity, man. We love having you around. Dude, your football insight knowledge is really broad and expensive. We want you to be part of this, anytime. Not only Newcastle, you can always get on board for anything else. But then again, Hyrule, as a Newcastle fan, what is your hope and dream before we close this up? Okay, and shout out, man, for those Newcastle fans who are watching us right now. I know probably we have a couple who are probably the silent watcher. If they want to be part of the organization, if they want to be part of the community, pull the plug right now. Hyrule, what should these people do?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so I think first and foremost, I would like to thank the Napshot Studios for having me again after a year. It's been fun. It's always been fun talking to you guys. Our fan club is still ongoing strong. We are still in and around, I hope, in Boat Quay as well. But now also cannot go and watch live matches. So anyone, if you're a Newcastle fan, just search for Newcastle United Singapore fan club on Facebook. Like our page, join our group, and then I'll see you there.
Right. Hey, wait. There's another. Oh, there you go. Again, blame the internet. Jay, please get your internet. Hairul, he has just mentioned go and replay this damn video. Okay?
Yeah, just search for Newcastle United Supporters Club. Yeah.
And again, what's your hope and dreams, man, for Newcastle United as a fan?
Get relegated.
Of course, for this season, I guess for the next 10 games, it's just really one game at a time.
Once more. Hey, what's up with all the high rules, all the high curls, all the high jumps, all the macam one game at a time, huh?
Hey, can we do a background? Can we do a background check on their birth set? These people.
Yeah, exactly. Are you all long lost brothers or what?
I know. Just a bit of background. Haizam calls himself Haizam, the one game at a time guy.
Yeah.
Okay? But I don't go on. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Your tracks.
We are at that stage again. Even if we are gonna have a change in the manager, there's nothing that can be done. It's all up to the players now. So I hope, and I believe that there are enough characters in the team to keep us in the Premier League. So that's my hope, at least for this season. Please, Mr. Al Nahyan there in Abu Dhabi, I've got a lot of friends there. I've already asked them. Please ask him to buy Newcastle. My friend is looking for in Abu Dhabi for a bit. I told him, hey, whenever you see Mr. Al Nahyan, please knock some sense into him and get him to buy us. Okay. That is a long-term goal. Change of ownership.
Yeah. Arab is the way to go, man. Ask Haizam. Arab is the way to go, huh? Haizam?
Yeah, right.
With that, alright, this is Piano as usual, Left Studio with Jole, Haizam, one game at a time, and our guest for today, Hairul, signing out. Keep it locked here, always. The big focus next Thursday, 9 p.m. Always Snapshot Studio, baby. See you guys tonight. Bye-bye.
See you guys. Bye.
See you guys. Bye.